Hi there.
Hi, Gretchen.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. Who is that?
Awesome.
Is that Becky?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
There we go. Let me go put my face on.
I know. It's like, me too. Anybody else on?
Hi, ladies. This is Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
I'm gonna start the meeting in a minute or two, but just hang on real quick, and once the recording started, you guys can take it from there. So, a couple minutes yet.
Okay.
Perfect. Thanks for helping, Nancy.
Yeah, we sure appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I'm happy to help. I will start it in a second, so just hold your horses, and we'll be on a roll in about 2 minutes.
Sounds good. What do you know, Becky?
Not a lot. I was trying to see if I could share, and I won't be able to share unless the host shares something. So, yeah.
Well, we can't approve yours anyway, can we?
Not if no one's seen it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do that next time, I guess.
Yeah. Can it be approved in an email, or do you guys stay away from that?
I don't know.
I think Carmen had made that comment in last meeting, but not positive. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
You got on okay.
Yeah. Yep, you too.
Yeah, the link is much easier to get onto than going through the website process,
Yeah.
I believe.
Mhm.
Yep.
So where is Brian?
Brian DePola?
Yeah.
He is staying home with Madison and the baby.
Oh, they had a baby?
They had a baby. Yes.
What they have?
Yeah, they had a little boy.
Oh, how cute.
I believe he was almost 18 inches long, 5.7 pounds.
Wow.
Started losing weight.
Oh.
So yeah, they had to make several trips over to Montrose. Yeah.
So they had a little boy.
They had a little boy. Yes.
Good. Did not know that. I don't know anything anymore.
All right, everyone, I'm gonna just start the recording, and you guys are on your own. I'm just here for support. So this is Nancy. So I'm gonna start you up, and you guys can take it from here.
Sounds good. Thanks, Nancy. This is the lodging tax panel meeting, Friday, March 7th. It is 1:31 p.m. I'll call this meeting to order. We'll have a roll call. John Duncan, are you here?
Hello.
Hi, John.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi. How are you, Gretchen? Good to see you.
Good to see
Christina
you.
and friends.
I know. Christina, are you here?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Very well,
Welcome.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so we will review the agenda. Does anybody have anything to add? No?
Not I.
No. Sounds good. No public comment? Nope. All
Nope.
right. This might be short and sweet, huh? How about approval of the minutes from December?
Yeah, I have them. They look at me.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any questions about what was discussed in the last meeting, I move that we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I will do the same.
Okay. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes,
Aye.
And I apologize, I had a little trouble getting in. Thank you for just taking charge, Gretchen. And I don't know if others got the note, but Kira won't be joining us
Oh.
because
Oh.
her mother passed away last night.
Oh, too
Jeez.
bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
That's tough.
That's very tough.
And then I don't
Yeah.
know if you'd heard Carmen's husband had a really bad ski accident and she's been with him in the hospital in Grand Junction for the last week and a half. So that's why she's
Gosh.
oh my,
How's he doing, Mike?
He's doing a little bit better. They were able to take him off the ventilator for
Oh,
5 hours
man.
yesterday. They're reintroducing him to consciousness. They put him into a coma
Ah,
because he was so destroyed.
jeez. What is
So
going
yeah,
on? You guys,
please, she lost her mother-in-law, her father, her brother in the last year, and now this. So
Oh,
if
wow.
there's ever anybody that needs positive thoughts and prayers, it's Carmen.
wow. I am really,
I
really
will.
sorry to hear that.
Oh, me
I don't
too.
know what's going on. You know, Kathy McJoint's husband, Joe, broke both of his legs and is going to be is in Grand Junction. I almost thought you were talking about Joe and describing that. I'm going down there tomorrow to see them. I can't believe that. He's going to be there for 3 months.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Stop by and see Carmen. She'll be there.
yeah, I will.
Yeah,
be
please
careful
let her
out
know
there. I'm
that
sorry to
we're
hear
all
that.
thinking of her.
I will.
Gosh,
Okay. Right.
wow.
Sorry for that downer news. I just wanted to explain where our
Jeez, that's-
other regular cast of characters were.
Yeah,
Yeah. No
Well, thank you,
kidding.
Mike.
You know,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
best wishes to those folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, way to cheer up the meeting, Mike. Thanks for that.
Did everybody get the lodging tax reports?
yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions on them or any comments?
I'd like to go through them. I have not read them in detail yet. If either of you two had a chance to look at these carefully and
Haven't.
consider, I read the comments in the email too about how everything was. I think it was for Q4 is getting shored up this week, or maybe it's
Right.
that bills are actually being paid. So like taxes are coming back from the state here now or last week or next week or something like that. Is there anything? What do we need to know there? Anything really important in those details?
Do you know, Mike?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat?
We're just talking about the lodging tax reports and the notes in the email. Just indicating that lodging taxes, if I read it correctly, were to be paid. I assume that means paid from the state back to San Miguel County, here like now or next week or something like that. I don't know if I read that correctly. Is there anything there is there anything there of concern that you're aware of, Mike? Anything we really need to know, or are things flowing? I know there's been some hiccups in the flow of money between us and the state, between the state and us, I should say,
Yeah.
in the last year. How's that all going?
To
Are they
my,
paying us?
I have not heard of any current issues. We're always 2 months lag in the reporting, and then Ramona compiles them quarterly. I'm wondering, and I'm looking. Kira had also sent a document that I can share on her behalf, so I'll do that in just a moment or whenever it's time. But I don't want to. I want to. I don't know. It's the short answer.
Yeah.
Give me.
Well, it's okay. I mean,
give me a second. I should be able to figure that out.
No, it's okay. I'm not trying to suggest that there's a problem
Not at
if
all.
there isn't one. I was just following up in the last meeting, which there was some mention that,
It's always
figures would
behind.
be latent and payment would be latent. I thought it'd be worth asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I am looking, and I do see our Q4 we've received, but not the adjustment. So knowing that we do always have an adjustment every quarter, and that tracks because we would have gotten those at the end of February for the end of January, or end of December rather. So this looks very normal to me. I
Yeah.
just don't know what the adjustment's going to look like, and typically we'll get that next quarter.
May I clarify?
Oh, please. Hi, Paige. Does everybody know Paige Starks? I know the Norwood folks do, but Christina and John,
No.
this is Paige Starks, our Deputy Finance
Hi,
Director.
nice to
Hi,
meet you.
nice
Hi,
to meet you
Paige.
guys. So, yeah, we're gonna be cutting checks on Monday for the remainder of, well, through Q4 anyways. We did have issues pulling. There was something on the state's website with the jurisdictional codes that it wasn't pulling properly, probably for the last, honestly, month and a half, we've been fighting the system. So that's why this has been a little bit delayed, but the checks are processed and will be cut on Monday, to go out to both Marketing Telluride and to Norwood Chamber.
Okay.
And is
Good.
that for which quarter?
It'll be through Q4. So we haven't gotten the adjustment stuff yet, but I'm
Okay.
anticipating those this month,
Okay,
at least adjustment 1.
right.
I guess my only question on the lodging tax reports is, I just can't remember. Somebody remind me. Are we normally able to compare these to same quarter as previous year? See whether these are on the up or on the down or flat?
Well, I was nodding, but I'm also remembering that some payers choose to remit quarterly. Some of
Mhm.
them remit monthly, some of them remit. Does it allow up to annually, Paige? Or is it just the monthly versus quarterly?
I thought it was just monthly versus quarterly, but I'm not really that sure.
Okay,
Maybe
so
it's
that's what made it
annual.
funky, that when the state allowed them to start reporting in different frequencies, you can't just look at straight apples to apples.
And so yeah, so this is
You
collected,
can look at total to
not
total.
accrued, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total
Okay,
year
okay,
to total
okay.
year is the best metric, or maybe even half years.
Yeah, okay.
Well, does anybody have any more questions about the lodging report for Paige?
Nope.
Thanks,
I
Paige.
think so.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for sharing.
Becky, you are up for the Norwood Chamber now. Are you ready?
Well, sort of. I did not get the 2025 projected budget, nor the goals into Carmen. Well, I got them into her on time, but not to Nancy. The good 24 hours before. So there isn't anything to present unless Nancy's able to share her screen and pull those up from the email. I don't know. So
I think that's what we were hoping, is that we could just share screen and then we would include those into the meeting minutes after.
right.
I can, just give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Nancy.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. And my apologies for getting them in late, definitely.
It's okay. Normally Carmen's like clockwork.
Right.
So does that mean that we vote on them today, Mike?
Technically, we should not vote on them by Robert's Rules of Order, because it was not in the packet, but we can move to accept them and then we would just ratify them at the next meeting.
Okay, that makes sense.
Unless there's grave concerns or something that somebody has during the
Oh, there will be.
Yeah, a big dollar.
Yeah.
I wish. No, I don't. Then there'd be way too much reporting, and we only have so many volunteers. So
Thank goodness.
Or I'm wondering, Becky, are you able to share your screen from the email that you sent?
I tried and it won't let me. I don't know if it's my particular iPad that I'm using or versus a computer, but yeah,
Okay.
I can't. So I apologize.
Okay.
Well, I wonder if, you could forward the email to me and I could try sharing.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Cool. Thanks, Nancy.
Nice. Thank you, Nancy.
Well, solid work there, people.
Technology. So you could see the actual that we had spent in 2024. Most of the funds towards the total income portion was the additional tax that we had gotten paid from back taxes, I'm going to call it, that we were able to receive. And then the right-hand column is the projected 2025. Our budget really hasn't changed an awful lot, and we are trying to stick with the income that we had received in the past around the $10,000 mark. So, if we have a little bit more to spend, that's great, but you gotta kind of keep it where it's been consistent.
Yeah, sure, sure. And just to clarify what you just explained, the lodging taxes were higher last year because of some past due balances that were
Yes, some
collected or
past
something
due
like that. So that's
balances.
why it's 19 rather than approximately 10. So okay, I get it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Which we're grateful for, and we are going to utilize. So
Every little bit helps, huh?
it
You got to
does.
tell me what beautification is. Is that like a personal line item, or is it the office, or the bathroom, or the town, or the whole West End? What is that?
So the beautification line item in that is for our flower pots down on Main Street,
Nice.
and additional, if we wanted to add the end of the town, we have a corner that's right off of CDOT Highway. We spent a little bit of money on the beautification of that with natural flowers and stuff that grow in our area, so it wasn't hard to maintain from year to year. We do have raw water system through the town of Norwood that the beautification money is spent there for the raw water tap as well. So it's just to kind of keep our main street pretty.
Now I see projected increase in website and digital marketing expenses. Is that because like a site renewal's coming back up again, or are we just planning to put more manpower into that this year, or what does that reflect?
So we have our website and digital marketing is maintained by a company, and their rates had gone up just a little bit. It's still cheaper than what the bids were, so the rates just went up a little bit higher, and that company is fully maintaining our website. Like I don't have to do anything except for email information that we want added. So a little bit
They do a
higher.
good job for you. Is that a local company?
No, it's a company out of Denver. They are doing a phenomenal job.
Good.
And
They're easy to work with, and they can
easier,
speak our language, and they get it right
Exactly.
the first time.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Good.
Very,
Good.
very good.
And tell them about Noel Night and some of the projects that you do, Becky.
Okay, so on here, Noel Night is solely operated by the Norwood Chamber of Commerce. We start the collaboration with all the people in town. I believe I had mentioned this before, but we collaborate with the Santa Claus, the hay rides, the fire department for security, the town of Norwood to close streets, CDOT, the vendors, Damian Brooks and the vendors for his old hardware store. We initiate the parade and talk to businesses in regards to them being open, what their hours are going to be, what specials they might offer, and announce that all through the evening. Dark Sky came and set up a booth last year, which was awesome. They had a telescope, and they did some just great marketing for Dark Sky last year too. So it is a huge community event with a lot of collaboration from all of the community partners for sure. Pioneer Day, the Chamber assists the study club with pretty much where we're helping to fund the posters and the awards for the parades and just, whatever the chamber can assist with in that regard, as far as manpower during the parade for the study club. So we don't play a super big role in that one. Oh, and our sound system. We also set up our sound system for the parade. Not a big part, but we collaborate with them and love the partnership. They're great to work with. The San Miguel Basin Fair and Rodeo, we usually always market with them in their brochure to get the chamber name out there and things that we do. So, and then of course, we don't have the Facebook websites. I believe I told the committee before that we have 2 of them. Norwood, Colorado on Facebook, which is dedicated to the activities and getting tourists to look at our area and come and visit. The Norwood Chamber of Commerce of Rice Mesa Facebook page is pretty much dedicated to our local businesses. And our writer that we have hired, which is part of the digital marketing here as well, she assists us in reaching out to all our members and doing articles for our members so we can post them on Facebook, our website, and then the San Miguel Basin Forum and Telluride Post runs columns on those when they can.
Oh, that's great. You got a lot coming out of that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah. We try to get the biggest bang for our buck.
I have one last question. Are we starting with a budget, or are we starting with cash in the bank? I see, total projected income of $10,000 or $11,000 and expenses of a bit more than that.
Yes, we do currently have cash in the bank. I don't believe this was on the budget though. Just total expenses. Yeah, I'm wanting to say currently we have, with the expenditures that we had last year and all of the funds that did come in, I believe we're setting around a little over 10,000 currently.
Okay. Good.
Cool. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still have dues and stuff for businesses or?
We do. We have decided as a chamber to raise our dues this year. Not to stay competitive by any means with Nucla and Nataritas, but just because we're offering more for the businesses and trying to help promote more events in our area and support our businesses in a more positive way. We're looking to raise those dues a little bit higher, from $50 to $75, I believe. So we can utilize the dues money for specific business purposes. Business marketing, yep.
Okay.
Becky, is that 50 currently a flat rate for all businesses?
The 50 currently is for nonprofits. The 75 will be for regular businesses, yes.
Okay, and just because you piqued my curiosity, how much is the Nucla Natarita ones?
Oh my goodness, I'm wanting to say their business, one business runs $150 and they have a huge membership, and I believe their nonprofit is still 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Becky?
If
Thanks,
not,
Becky.
I was going to introduce Carrie Bentler. She's on with us as well. She's part of our chamber board and was elected secretary this year. She does a phenomenal job.
Hi, Carrie. Well, you guys are doing great things.
No, we're trying.
Yeah. So Mike, you said we need to make a motion of how you said it.
Yes, We can ratify it. I don't think we have to take any action today, but
Okay.
I just wanted to keep everybody's recollection fresh. We can accept this report and include it into the meeting minutes, and then we'll just formally ratify that report next meeting.
Okay, so we won't do any kind of motion right now.
No.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Becky. That was great.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you all for
Well, thank you.
being our checks and balances.
Thank you.
So with the Telluride Tourism Board, what do we do about that, Mike?
You want me to share? Kira sent me her PowerPoint presentation. I'd be happy to share it.
Sure.
It's always some interesting data.
Yeah, they have a lot going on.
Oh yeah. And I'm pretty impressed that even with running out of town for her mom's passing, she
Yeah.
still sent this.
Very much so.
So far in quarter one, obviously, we're not done with Q1, but I thought that average daily room rate was interesting.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I'm seeing what it's being compared to, though.
So the figure in red is my glasses are only 2.0 power. What does that word say underneath? I see
So
primary on the left.
it's saying that the average daily rate has increased so far in these first 2 months
Yeah,
from 848, where it was previously, to 876.
yeah, from presumably January, February of last year, I guess, maybe.
I'm guessing so.
'Cause it probably
Not
wouldn't
sure
have
if she meant that's the question I'd be asking. Is this
Yeah,
compared
yeah.
to last quarter, or is this compared to Q1 of last year?
Yeah.
I'm not really able to explain the adjusted paid and owner occupancy change. Although it does, anyway, but the revenue per available room has increased. It looks like the adjusted paid occupancy has stayed steady. That's total for both Telluride and Mountain Village. And then just look high level at Mountain Village, their average daily room rate, their adjusted paid and owner occupancy is up. The revenue per available room is up, and adjusted paid occupancy is up. It's kind of a trend we've been seeing with Mountain Village continuing to just get more lodging. I think they have more somewhat, I don't know if I'd say affordable, but more rooms to rent. Whereas you see the average ADR, the average daily room rate is up in Telluride. Oh, okay. I take it back. So if the average daily room rate in Telluride is 576, it's 1,000 in Mountain Village. That gets us to that 876 average.
Oh.
But the rates have gone up a little bit in Telluride. The adjusted revenue per available room has gone down.
Okay.
Painted owner occupancy down, and the adjusted paid occupancy percentage is down. I do like this. This is just comparing first quarter through the first quarter last year, kind of comparing how we're trending.
Yeah, yeah. And remember that Easter fell, I think, in Easter pulled a bunch of people here in April, so I disregard that April statistic. The rest of
Yeah.
it tells a consistent story.
Yeah.
Which I don't think, we have been fighting bad press with our snow conditions since October, when we had the best snow in the state. But the best snow in the state in October probably did nothing more than cause people not to cancel their Christmas reservations. People come for Christmas anyway,
Mhm.
no matter what the conditions are. But I'm actually a little bit surprised to see these numbers. These are kind of reassuring. I mean, that we could be flat in the
Yeah.
year in which we've really been fighting the snow curve is it's not so bad.
Yeah, for sitting at about 80% of average snowpack right now.
I mean, as of 2 days ago, we were at 65%.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a number in the high 70s, but it depends. I
Well,
guess
it all
where I
depends
live.
on which numbers we read, doesn't it? Like always.
Yeah.
But this is looking promising as far as spring break. I don't know about you, but I've been up on the mountain and I've been seeing it. It feels packed.
Yeah. It's going to be busy the next couple of weeks around here, and that's obviously all good. Obviously that primarily benefits the East End here, but it benefits all. We're gonna have a busy spring break, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm. So yeah, those are positive looking numbers through all of spring break for Telluride and Mountain Village.
Yeah.
And this is just their daily bookings. Adjusted paid owner occupancy. I feel like I want to look that up because I've heard it a million times, and for some reason I'm not remembering what that's really indicative of. Summer pace. Wow, look at Mountain Village. Their their winter their winter spring break average daily room rate 1,200 a room,
Yeah.
down to 600, half of that for summer.
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense because there's been less to do historically in Mountain Village in the summer. Folks would rather be in kind of where the action is in Telluride. But sitting right around the same amount.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it all makes sense.
That's all she wrote. I'm gonna stop sharing. If you guys want to chat for a second, I'm gonna look up to remind myself about the adjusted paid owner occupancy.
I have a question for just kind of open-ended for Becky and Gretchen. How many rooms do we have for? I know I ask this in every meeting, so forgive me. I don't know where we are right now, but how many rooms do we have in the hotel that's open in Norwood now for rent on a daily basis? And in ski season, what percentage of those do you think are occupied by skiers?
So Carrie, doesn't your husband run the, you would probably know, huh?
Backcountry Inn here in
Yeah.
Norwood.
Yeah.
So it's my understanding, because there's 3 hotels, and it's my understanding that one of the hotels saves one room for ongoing rentals. The rest of them, they rent out long-term. The other hotel in town, I heard that they only do long-term rentals now.
Is that
I
the-
don't think-
Which one's that one?
So the one that holds one room is the Hotel Norwood. That's my
Oh, it holds-
understanding, and it could be wrong about that, but most of theirs are long-term rentals, but they
Yeah.
hold one room.
Okay.
The other one at the Norwood Inn, they used to rent all their rooms, but lately I've heard that all of their rooms are long-term rentals.
That's what I've heard too. Right.
Okay. And the Backcountry Inn has 10 rooms that are short-term rentals. They also have RV spots in the back, and then they have permanent fifth wheels or trailer houses in the back as well. All 10 of the rooms are always short-term rentals. During the ski season, sometimes Telski puts employees in some of the long-term trailers, but all the rooms are always short-term. So as far as I know, we have 11 available rooms at it.
Right.
I just continue to think that that's a big limiting factor. I think more from rent house to that. Spent a lot of time with my dad, like so many other dad, and so I spend a rather incredible amount of time driving to places like Eagle so that we can play hockey in Vale, or Carbondale so that we can play hockey in Aspen. But we never stay in Aspen, of course.
Well, at my Airbnb here in Norwood, I actually get quite a few skiers
Cool.
because it's so easy to drive up to Telluride, especially this winter. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that as a long-term objective, filling up short-term rentals with skiers is just, I think that model's been demonstrated for decades. The down valley, more affordable
Right.
lodging. I mean that, it's crazy, you guys, that I mean, it'd be interesting to learn how that goes in Ridgeway too. Ridgeway has a couple of much larger hotels.
Right.
What is it, Super 8 over there? I mean, they've got hotels with, 40 rooms. And it'd be interesting to know Ridgeway isn't any closer to Telluride than Norwood. If anything, it's same distance. And it's a different town, different flow of traffic, that kind of thing. But I just continue to think about the opportunity of filling up, with an ADR of $860.
Yeah.
What is the? I mean, so many people, especially young people traveling with families and things,
I get a lot of families.
it is what prohibits
So
them
does the
from visiting
hotel.
Telluride at all in season. So, I do think that there's an opportunity there. I was booked a room in Eagle for my daughter's hockey tournament this weekend last year, and the cheapest room available in the entire valley was $550
Wow.
in Eagle.
Wow.
Not in
Tina, you
Avon,
had something?
not in Avon.
Yeah, I just
And
wondered.
so, the hotel's full. The hotel's full. I know, again, it's a different valley, different place, all that kind of thing. But I think that my first thought on winter is it ought to be Hardy Home in Norwood.
Right.
And I wonder, can I ask something to Norwood?
Yes.
I wonder, Kerry, if you, or maybe you can have a record for, calls or research that skiers wants to go there. Because I understand that having all the rooms for people that is working in Telluride, that's okay because we need that rooms for sure. But maybe having more available, we need to know if they are, if there are tourism interested in going to Norwood to have, the ski season, connected. But that record is exist or it does exist?
Do we have a record of it? I'm not sure that we do.
I don't.
That would be interesting. So you can put up more rooms and see what happened next year, and then we can collect more taxes.
Right. I mean, I have records of what I do with my Airbnb, and I'm sure that the Backcountry Inn has records, but we haven't coordinated to get them together. That would be something interesting to do. You're right.
Yeah.
Does the smart bus that goes between Norwood and Telluride allow skis on it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that seems like a big selling point, that you could
Dude,
get on
that's
a
a great
bus
question.
I think it does.
and you could, have a beer after skiing and not have to get into a car to get back to your hotel in Norwood.
I know a lot of my summer people use the bus to go up to Telluride.
Well, I'm a ski instructor, right? So I'm talking with a lot of people right now. And I heard the bus going to Montrose and coming here for skiers are really good. So it's working, they were more, if we can have skiers on the bus.
I think there's a real opportunity there. I think that you have in the bus, marketing it as it's not just a get to work bus. It's the ski bus from Norwood. I mean, I know there are a number of things that have to be developed to support this whole idea. But if you surveyed 1,000 people who chose not to come to Telluride to ski and you ask them why, the two reasons they would give are accessibility and affordability, I would guess.
Right.
And there's almost no place less affordable than Telluride. So I think that continues to generate opportunity down valley.
But when you only have 11 rooms and a couple of Airbnbs.
Yeah. It's kind of
So
right.
Yeah,
We need that research first.
yeah,
More than other things.
yep.
I have another question, but I'm not sure if it's okay.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm new. I really want to know if there's some budgets to beautifully Placerville or doing something this year for summertime in Placerville. I don't know who I need to ask.
So,
But-
so there is currently money that CDOT has programmed for Saw Pit, Placerville, and Norwood, and we have shared an engineered design with Placerville that I think Janet had shared at the last Placerville meeting in the fall. And the question is when we'll have the funding to do it. I think like the speed signs are going into Placerville at the end of April, but we're going to get an answer from them. We should have that answer by end of April about if they will have the funding for this summer to redo the parking traffic pattern through Placerville to create a true sidewalk from the bus stop. And I know that they're doing similar plans in those other towns. So I don't know I know it is going to happen, Christina. It's a matter of, is it this summer or is it next summer?
Okay, just curious.
Yes. And by the time we get to our meeting in Placerville in May, we should have all the details of when and what's going to happen.
I will know if I will invest in some planters for me.
Yes. Perfect.
No, I think it's a great point. We talked about this a little bit in the last meeting, the idea of making the whole, from Placerville up to Telluride feel more like one contiguous resort corridor. And that's not to make the place feel like a theme park the way that Copper Mountain does, but I think the whole valley should make the impression on our visitors that they have entered someplace really, really, really special. And for me in my business here in Telluride, all of our guide services, none of it takes place in Telluride. It's all out in these outlying areas. And so I think that would certainly enhance even our Telluride-based business to have the whole, our fishing guides and our rafting guides all drive down through Placerville. And so, that's all part of our resort. That's all part of what we're showing people.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to that. I think there's some real value in that.
Also, it will be valuable. I heard a lot of tourism this year, like skiers saying like, oh, I have a reservation in town and my reservation it was at 8, so we decided to go at 6 and everything is closed. I know, Mike. I know. Okay. I know this is another meeting. I'm just saying. Okay.
Okay, so what else do we need to cover today, guys?
I don't know.
Well, the only other thing on the agenda is our next meeting.
Okay.
Now, remember, we skipped a meeting in Norwood, so you owe us a meeting.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Early June?
Well, is it Placerville's turn next time?
No, Placerville is just for commissioner meetings. We do some meetings in Norwood, some in Placerville, some in Egner.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me. We can do one in Placerville if you want. Christina, do you want to?
Not early meeting, like early June. I can do late May or from half June on 15.
I vote late May because come June, John and Christina and everybody else are going to be fully indisposed.
Hopefully.
Sure, late May that's great. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, in let's see, May.
Can we try a midweek day, like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, possibly?
Any day but Wednesday, because we have a commissioner meeting every Wednesday.
If we could try Tuesday or Thursday, that would increase the odds a little bit.
Let's do
decrease the
Tuesday.
odds.
Let's do a Tuesday.
Okay,
May
great.
27th?
Yeah.
Is Tuesday, May 27th?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good for me. Sure.
Works for me. 1:30?
Yes,
Probably
please.
the day after Memorial Day, right, everybody? We're probably the day after Memorial Day there.
Great.
Days are all the same to me, but just want to make sure everybody knows that.
And where are we having it?
I think we should go to Norwood.
I
If
do
folks
too.
are amenable to that, and then if you can't make it, you can zoom in. But the county folks can all be in Norwood.
That sounds good.
Okay. I'm gonna add it to our internal calendar. I'll let Carmen know.
How can we get in touch with Carmen? Mike,
Um,
can you send me her
I can. I'm sorry. Who's asking?
Gretchen?
Gretchen. Yes, I will shoot you her personal cell phone.
Yeah, because I really want to get in touch with her.
Sounds good. Let me just make sure I got yours. Huh. Okay.
Yep.
I don't have your cell phone. Can you give it to me, Gretchen?
Yeah. 720
Okay.
431
Uh-huh.
8566.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna now shoot you hers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I guess that's all.
Okie dokie. Is there a
Thank you.
motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Yeah.
Is there a second? Very good. Christina seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Very good. Thank you,
Aye.
Gretchen. Thanks, everybody. Nice
Thank
to see
you.
Okay, thanks,
Gary.
everybody.
Thank you.
Very help, Nancy.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Becky.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a
See
good weekend.
everybody.